A warm round of applause to welcome you.
Woo!
Calm down, Kevin, calm down. It's Black History Month. If you have guys heckle me, it'll be a hate crime. I like doing comedy during the month of February because you get to talk about, it's easier to talk about past relationships, loves you lost and loves you gained. I want to talk about one of mine to start off tonight. I had a girlfriend of mine I loved in college. She took me through a whirlwind of a relationship. She was a model for a website called Suicide Girls. Anyone familiar with that?
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of you guys, yeah. Before Pornhub was the big thing, that's where I kind of went for porn and shit. But it's a lot of women with tattoos and piercings, and it's a lot of softcore porn. I got to hang out with her while she was doing a lot of these photo shoots. I went to these wild parties. There'd be about 10 other models there with her, 2 other guys. We're just having a great time, drinking, spinning bottles, and of course when I do it, it happens to land on the one other guy at the party. She looks at me and says, "Well, Kevin, how much do you love me?" Hey, I got to do butt stuff that night. I don't know about y'all, but that was a good night. She talked me into a lot of different things during our relationship. And I guess it goes along with her being a suicide girl. She talked me into getting a Prince Albert. Yeah. Those of you who don't know, it's a genital piercing, and when it's done, it kind of makes your thing look like an old-timey doorknob. And I tell you guys this because I'm not a religious person, not by a long shot, but I think I had my first come to Jesus moment when I was laying there on a table. She's there holding my arms. "I love you so much. You're just so brave." There's a surly, bald-headed dude standing between my legs. Please don't have an erection. An erection should really should be the least of your worries right now, I'm telling you. He said we were going to go on the count of 3, and I started to have questions. I was like, "Do you mean 1, 2, 3, and go?" And before I could even get the word go, he had already shot the needle through. It was over and done with just that quick. And I would say it hurt. But honestly, it was a lot like getting a tetanus shot or a flu shot and whatnot. I was just a little upset he didn't give me a lollipop or anything to suck on that. Losing that piercing wasn't that great of a story. It came loose. Neither one of us noticed it until it was too late. And unfortunately, my idea of using a magnet was not the best option. That relationship, friendship, stood the test of a lot. Just stood a lot. A lot of shit happened. Do we have any Harry Potter fans in here? Yeah. Oh, good. This will go well. Thank you. I'm a super fan. I love the books. I love the movies. I would buy the books at midnight. Start reading at midnight. Sunday by 5 p.m. I've had that book finished. She spoiled Harry Potter for me, and I'm going to tell you guys how I bought the book at midnight, and I picked her up to help her move across town. I bought Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And we're driving across town. I maybe read 2 chapters of this book. She sees it in the console. She's like, "Oh, the new Harry Potter book. Do. Snape kills Dumbledore." That. See, I'm glad the superfans here can convey my heartbreak when getting that news. Because you got to understand, in my head, that motherfucker hadn't even got to Hogwarts yet. And I had to pull over on the side of the road, and she's just apologizing to me. And we were living in Baltimore at the time. I'm sitting here thinking in my head, you know what? I could drop her off where they filmed season 3 of The Wire, and no one would know the difference. If police ask questions, I'll say she just went and met a guy named Omar. I haven't seen her ever since. Nah, I forgave her for that shit. I still don't know how. It's weird discussing my ex-girlfriends. Last time I saw my ex last year when I was in Baltimore, I was kind of surprised because she had transitioned into a man. Yeah, it was a little bit of a shocker for me too. And I know there's just certain ways to go about this kind of situation. I looked at him and I said, "Hey, T, is that you?" And he looked at me and said, "It's Taylor now." but that works as well. And I was like, all right, dope. But I will admit, I was a little upset. That motherfucker's beard game was dope as shit. And I've been at this male testosterone thing for 36 years. What you see is what you get. But we did catch up on old times. He asked me if I'd like to see his penis. Listen. When he was a she, we lived together for about a year. I feel like I would feel some type of way if the she decided that the he was going to have a bigger penis than me. I don't even know how funny that sounded, but I didn't fuck up those pronouns, so we're all right there. To be honest with you guys, curiosity did kill the cat there. I said, go ahead and whip it out, and he did, and goddamn. I felt like Pusatani Phil when he sees his shadow at the end of wintertime. Like someone's getting 9 more inches this winter. You gotta understand, you guys, like it was just so big, black, and pierced. And that was the confusing part because he's white. That story is legit 75% true. Only fudge up a little bit of the facts. We believe in love and stuff, right, guys? We do. I have this phony sense of love because, like, I love watching movies and I see these stupid things where, they're chasing someone through the airport and, they're going to find their final love or they're going to come back to them. That's how I see love and shit. I know I love them romantic comedies. But when I got to travel to Paris for my 30th birthday. We were on a bus going over to Paris. And actually on the way to the Eiffel Tower, this lady was on the bus explaining about how she had just gotten out of a marriage, how this trip was like a milestone for her, and I don't know, but if I had a beer, I would have told someone to hold it. When we got to the Eiffel Tower, I bought like 4 roses. I hid them from the entire tour group. We got up to the very tip top of the Eiffel Tower. I approached her, put my hand on her shoulder, I said, hey, I heard what you said about love. I heard what you said about your previous marriage. Don't give up on love. I gave her those 4 roses and I got down on one knee. I know, see, I can see her. I so thought I was going to get laid in Paris that night. Like every romantic comedy I've ever watched in my life, The Notebook, Love Actually, Magic Mike XXL. I just knew that this is that one act that a single guy can do in view of a whole bunch of other single women that's just gonna have vagina thrown at him without any extra effort on him at all. I think I went down on one knee that night. I was just like, I'm getting some ass, I know it. Yeah, that's the kind of uncomfortable laughs I had in Paris that night. You know what, since we're already on, how am I looking on time? Oh, that's fucking awesome. I haven't actually told this other part of that story outside of an open mic. This might be a good night to tell it. It was a freeing night for me. After we left Paris, we went over to Amsterdam. The whole tour group there all had their different ideas, but I knew what I was going to Amsterdam for. People my age, my age of millennials and shit, born in the 80s, they had this idea, Amsterdam was that mecca for smoking weed, and that's what I wanted to go to. We got there, of course, they felt like it was a better idea to go eat food first instead of getting marijuana, and I was like, all right, you know what, we'll meet up later. I got my weed, I smoked it. I'm not going to tell you how that effect, because that part of the story is just not funny, but shit, I'm really fucking up right now with this, but it's all good. I left the bar because I had to go meet up with my tour group, and they're down the street, and I'm running. I'm like, hey guys, wait up. The guy turns around to me and says, well, who the hell are you? And much like a Jedi mind trick, I realized these were not the white people I was looking for. You should move along. And I panicked because by horror movie logic, the black guys just got separated from the group of white people, and I just got finished seeing like the Saw movies, Hostel Part 1, Part 2. There was probably a Part 3 that was direct to video. There's a good chance that the first pretty woman who says something to me, I could be up in someone's basement and they're going to be eating my thigh. That is not my idea of my 30th vacation, 30th birthday. But I chilled out, smoked some more weed, just wandered around Amsterdam. just high as hell for about a few hours. And I eventually ran into my tour group. They were going into a place called La Casa Rosa. What that is a live sex theater. You go in there, they serve fancy drinks, you sit in a theater-like setting, and there's a rotating bed on the stage, much like this, and you just watch people do their thing. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've never seen two people have sex without the aid of proper camera angles. Sometimes the bang bus is included in that. And I've never seen this in person, and I was just like, wow.